Hello, welcome to another One Mind Meditation. We are live. It is Monday and we are getting ready to jumpstart this week. If you're joining us, let's give a couple of minutes to whoever else wants to come online. Settle yourself down so long. Start some really deep belly breathing. In through your nose, fill up that balloon in your belly, and slow exhale. Ezrela, good Monday morning to you. Sapida, very good Monday morning to you. I would love to know what is on your plate this week. What is it that you need to face this week? Ursula, good Monday morning to you. What is coming up for you this week? Good morning, Sean. Good morning. It's okay, Janine, even if you can't stay through the whole meditation, stay for as long as you can and then duck out if you need to. It'll still have so much benefit. Rather do some of it than doing none of it. What is on your plate this week? What are you facing this week? Or alternatively, let us know. Good morning, Anthony. Good to see you, dude. Getting this week started. Linda, good morning. Alternatively, what is your intent this week? How are you showing up this week? How is it you want to be this week? What is your goal this week? Do you have a 1, 2, 3 words, short and crisp intention for this week? Good Monday morning to you, Badine. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope everyone had a good weekend, by the way. Seeing as though we're getting ready to jumpstart this week. Badine says creative. Your one word, your intent, your goal for this week is creative. Ooh, I love that one so flippin' much. I so deeply believe that we are all creators. We are all creative. You might not be into art or creating art. Maybe you're not a painter or a photographer or anything like that, which does not make you any less of a creator. We all are 100% creators. I love the creative intent this week. Radine, Sapida, carrying on improving your health. You have a very clear intent that doesn't seem to waver, Sapida. That is beautiful. Improving your health. Ursula says, a week of declutter. Out with the old, in with the new. Out with the old, in with the new is a constant process. Ezreal, fun and conscious. Fun and conscious. Now, that's a good reminder for me, Ezreal. I do tend to have to very consciously remind myself that I can be a bit too serious and that I have to remember to also have fun. So that's a good reminder for me, Ezreal. Thank you. Fun and being conscious. Hey, Marcella. Very good Monday morning to you. Janine, going with the flow, surrendering to what is meant to be and not hanging onto control. That is where I try and have my consciousness most of the time as well. Going with the flow, surrendering to what is meant to be and not hanging on to control. Good morning, Pat. Very, very good to see you. One of my internal beliefs is what is mine flows to me. What is mine flows to me. And when it starts feeling to me like I am fighting a battle, I'm battling against something, that is a clear indication that I have stepped out of surrender and into control. I'm trying to control something. If it feels like a fight, it means I'm trying to control, and I'm not open to seeing where the flow is, because fighting is always the opposite of flow. And if I feel like I'm fighting, I know I have to stop, take a couple of deep breaths, down, because I'm trying to control something, and get back to being open to finding the flow. Anthony says home. That's your one word for this week, home. That is interesting, Anthony, and it makes me ask the question what exactly you mean by home, because it doesn't make it clear. I'd love to know what you mean by your one word focus for this week being home, Anthony. Linda, not getting ahead of myself, just one day at a time. One day at a time is a great reminder to all of us, Linda. Thank you so much. Baby steps. Baby steps, small steps. That's exactly what we need to do. Janine says exactly what happened this week, trying to help a single mom out of a bad situation, but didn't work out. Well, I do believe, Janine, that you have a really good heart, always trying to help, which means could be sometimes that we're misguided, but I prefer a world where everyone does try to help. Pat says, good morning. Very good morning to you, Pat. Okay, right, I have spoken long enough. Let us jump start this week. The time has started. I am convinced you're all going to have a week of creating powerfully. Let's set that up from the very first day. If you're all ready, eyes closed, let's settle ourselves down and flow into this week together. Let's take the first deep breath in and release. Deep breath in and release. Deep breath in and release. Deep inhale and release. And one more together breath. Deep breath in and release. Keep with the same breathing pattern on your own time. Breathing deeply in through your nose. And as you fill up that balloon in your belly, stretch out your spine. Lift your head. And when you get to the top of that breath, drop your shoulders. Slump your spine. Long and powerful exhale. Drop your head. Guiding your whole body into a release. Experiencing with your whole body a letting go, a putting down. It's so easy for us to, at the start of a week, stepping into a busy week, finding ourselves getting stuck on assumptions. Maybe not have seen the whole picture. Maybe have caught a small fraction of all the details. And then starting a battle, starting a fight for control while not having all of the information. Coming to a momentary stop, taking a few deep breaths, putting everything down, and taking a step back in presence. Can help us so much in seeing a bigger picture. Stepping into the moment, becoming present, always brings more clarity, helping us see what is rather than what we assumed should be. Practicing this first phase of stopping, putting everything down, becoming present, is also rehearsing what you can do again and again and again every day this week. Stopping, taking a few deep breaths, finding clarity before taking the next step. Take the last few breaths of this phase together. Exhaling, releasing, helping our bodies stretch out a little bit, loosen up a little bit, settle down more comfortably. Let's take a deep breath in. And as you release, drop your head forward. Roll out those neck muscles in big half circles to the left and to the right. Take another deep breath in. And as you release, roll your shoulders in big circles forward. Deep breath in, and as you release, rolling your shoulders backwards in big circles. in. And then focus on your spine. Swaying to the left and to the right. Trying to find the resistance at the edges of your spine, where it feels there's a bit more stiffness that you can lean into. Loosening up your spine by curving it into an S all the way from your head down to your tailbone. Waking up your nervous system by moving your spinal fluid up and down as you do this. One more deep breath in. And as you release, move, stretch, adjust any part of your body that needs help settling down. From this beautiful space of presence, we'll do the deep dive inside by having that short breath hold after every inhale. We'll do the first few together. Take a deep breath in. And hold. And a long, slow release. Deep breath in. And hold. And release. Deep inhale. And hold. And a slow release. One more together breath. Deep breath in. And hold. And release. the same breathing pattern on your own time. Inhaling deeply through your nose, slowly following the air down your throat. Feeling how the air flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up that balloon in your belly, you find yourself slipping into that space as well. Holding the air inside for a few moments is you holding you inside. Do the breath hold only for as long as it feels really comfortable to you. Followed by a really long, slow exhale. On your next big breath, as you dive deep inside, just see how much comfort you can find in that space inside. Settle yourself down. Feel around in that space of fullness. Feel how you are held. And see how much you can let go. Surrender to that space inside. Take your next deep breath. Going to step into this week creating at your highest potential. And I want you to start by looking at how you create from your small self. Small self is that part of you that really has the purpose of survival, keeping you alive. It's often a an activated sympathetic nervous system. And we do create from our small selves. But creating from our small self means we're creating from fear. It means that I'm creating from a space that says, if I don't do this, if I don't create this, if I'm not successful at creating this, there'll be consequences. I have to create in order to escape the consequences. All my actions are directed in fear. In your next couple of deep breaths, as you dive deep inside, explore how your small self creates. What are your actions like? How do you create when it comes from this space of fear? Which says, I have to do this in order to survive. Next couple of breaths, explore that small self creating. Take your next deep breath. Every time I stop, take some deep breaths, put everything down, I have the potential to step over to my higher self. My higher self doesn't have any need for fear. My higher self's purpose is not survival. The default state of my higher self is being a creator. I was created to create. I don't need the threat of consequences, the fear of punishment to create at my highest potential. From my higher self, I create from the place of freedom. I create because it is all available to me. For your next few deep breaths, as you dive deep inside, explore the energy with which you create when fear is not your motivator, but when the possibilities are what motivates you. When the actions you take might be the exact same actions, if that's what the present moment calls for, but the energy behind those actions come from a place of freedom, not a place of fear. For your next few deep breaths, immerse yourself into the energy of what it feels like to create from pure freedom. Take your next deep breath. take the last few breaths of this phase together. Taking just a few more deep dives inside. Releasing the last big breath. And slipping into a continuation of this space of freedom. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. And release. Deep breath in. And hold. And release. And one more together breath. Deep breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself slipping into a space of smoothness. A space of flow. With no more attention on your breathing. Floating in your higher self space. Creating from your small self can absolutely be successful. It can be very successful creating, depending on how you want to measure success. Creating from fear, being motivated by consequences, motivated by punishment, can absolutely lead to successful creating, successful projects, successful end products. But it does also mean living in the emotions of fear. It does also mean staying trapped in that survival space. Because as soon as one piece of creating is finished, it's done. It doesn't mean it's the end of the survival space, because I'll have to create the next in order to survive. Living and creating from our small self means we can only ever become the best version of our small self. We can only ever become the best version of our limited self. Stopping for a few breaths. Clearly putting all of that down, shifting gears and stepping into your higher self. Refusing to create because of fear, but choosing to create because of the possibilities, because of the freedom. It is unlimited in its nature. Feel how you spread your wings when you step into your higher self. With the week ahead of you, spread your wings wide. Watch yourself fly off into the week. Powerfully creating from a place of freedom. We have to take the last few breaths of today's meditation. Breaths of gratitude. With every exhale, I'll say my own thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take the first deep breath in. Thank you for this space of absolute clarity at the start of my week. Deep breath in. Thank you for this beautiful picture of me literally flying into and through the week, finding the flow, letting go of the fighting. Deep breath in. Thank you for the ability to step into my higher self and create from freedom, and letting go of the limiting fear. Deep breath in. wins to start my week with. One more together breath. Deep breath in. Thank you so much, everybody on the group with us today. Who have I not said hello to? Estelle, Simone, Albrecht, Monique, thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you were able to do most of the meditation with us today. Getting back to Anthony's answer on what home means. His word this week was home, and he says home in the comfort of home. Home is where the heart is wherever. Thank you for sharing, Anthony. I always feel like wherever I am, this meditation is a coming home. And as you say, home is where the heart is. Sean's words, present and significant. Present and significant. Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you for a beautiful message, Pat and Israela and Ursula and Pradine and Marion. Hello. Please remember, I do private coaching as well. If you ever want to reach out for some private coaching, that is what I do. And especially if during meditation there are things coming up for you that you might need some assistance in integrating or understanding what comes up for you or why it comes up for you. Thank you for all the beautiful hearts in the corner of my screen. You guys are awesome. I love you so much. Let me know. Reach out. This is what I do. If you ever need a hand in some private coaching. Have a beautiful week of creating from a space of freedom and not from a space of fear. Lots of love. I'll be back here again with you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.